There's a legend told about a hero known as Gallivant. Great looks and awesome hair, cojones up to there. All the children say it's Gallivant. I probably had to improv some of those lines. But welcome to a Minecraft stream. Just let me get it pulled up so I can check the audio. Welcome to a Minecraft decent enough. You know, as decent as my voice always sounds. Yeah. So I know what you're thinking. Neil, what the heck? I don't want to swear before the first minute, just because I feel like we're gonna have to start getting used to that. What the heck? You said you were gonna do Phoenix right. And you know what? I did say that. But I woke up and kind of wanted to do some Minecraft, and everybody in the live chat was pretty supportive of a Minecraft series. So I figure, hey, let's see where this goes. So, I started this world yesterday, completely survival. I actually got really lucky. So, I started in the world and did the normal world things. I punched a tree and stuff. And I spawned right next to a village, which had iron in a chest, and right next to a treasure map, which led me to this. Then I threw away the treasure map and found two more. So I have two other treasure maps just on me. I also looted that village for everything I could find and have continued to loot every village I found. Is that a spider? Oh, there you are. Oh, there's two. Okay. I was wanting to make a bow because I also found a pillager place. It's right over there. You can see it. And there were a ton of pillagers. But since it's so close to a village, the iron golem was just killing them. So I got so many arrows just by following the iron golem. I briefly considered making the pillager place my home because it looks awesome. But this isn't the biome I want to build in, and you know how things are. Wow, just me today. Usually at least one of my cohorts shows up. Alright. Well, I guess that means we're gonna go on an adventure. This is my dog. He has no name yet. His color is currently blue because, well, I had lapis. Alright, so with these diamonds and these emeralds and essentially a lot of what I have deemed as precious cargo. So I don't think I can really take it with me. So I have decided I'm going to leave it here and start walking straight that way. I'm going to look at my compass, so if I need to come back, my compass needs to be pointing this way, which, funny enough, is the direction of the spawn. So, I'm only taking the essentials, and the plan is, for your entertainment reasons, that if we see something cool or something valuable, we stop and we interact with it, and we do stuff. But the main goal is to find a mesa biome. Ah, shit, I wanted this. Alright, we'll use a bow. I'm not bad with a bow. Alright, do I have anything else that's valuable that I should leave here? Kristen, welcome to the Minecraft stream. Yeah. I'm actually still waking up because I slept in, because I did things last night. I helped people out. Alright. Let's go, unnamed dog. Wait, oh wait, an Enderman. Is it still up there? Oh wait, I should also probably put on my armor. Yeah, I just got really lucky and found a lot of shit. Like, I did not craft any of this armor. That's why it's sort of a mix of iron and chain. Where did it go? Alright, well, I don't want to lose the igloo. You went out recklessly partying again. No, I didn't go out recklessly partying. In fact, I never go out recklessly partying. I always bring the party to me. It is rather snowy. But now we're going to move on. Actually, real fast. I'm not sure... Oh, it's an egg. I thought that was just a random potato. It's another egg. That chicken and bunny were talking. Hey. Sorry. The sound they make is so sad. I am the slayer of rabbits. Oh, okay. So, just so you know, Kristen, and anybody watching, this will be a retread. Hey, Calum. The plan for this episode is literally just play Minecraft. I'm gonna try to find an area to build my house in. Oh no, I am the killer of rabbits because I randomly killed one for no reason. But also, where'd the kitty go? God damn it. The main goal is to find a place where I want to start building. But since it is a stream, if I see anything entertaining like another village or, you know, monsters to kill, I'll go do that. Alright, a bed. I hear meows. Where is Kitty? I just heard a meow. Kitty, where are you? I want to be your friend. Chest. Oh, another emerald. And pie. Alright, well, let's drop this off at the igloo. Alright. So, once again, and as of right now, it's just, and get me back on track before we lose ourselves. Alright, so let's add this emerald to the stack. We might as well leave the sticks and feathers. Yeah, well, I should keep all the food on me. But we'll leave this. And this. Oh wait, no, I need to heal the dog if he gets hurt, so let's actually keep that. Yeah, I think we're good. And we might as well leave the lapis, I mean, why not? Alright. The plan is to walk that way. Here we go. Boy, isn't this the content you wanted? Just walking this way. Calum was a cat in his previous life? No, I didn't know that. I'm pretty sure I was an owl in my previous life, but not like a wise owl, just like a weird derpy owl. You know, this is kind of a pretty world. However, I haven't really... Oh, no, you need to... There we go. This is a rather pretty world. It's just... A lot of it's been snowy. There was one cool sort of jungle area, but I'm not a jungle fan. My big hope is we'll find a mesa biome, because those are my favorite. I also like swamps. I guess if I could think of something creative, I'm fine with going somewhere else, but the big hope is that while we're just jumping around doing nothing, we'll find a mesa. Are you guys... Okay, I just looked into the chat, and my chat seems to be singing a Frosty the Snowman parody about cocaine. Whoa, what was that noise? Well, hi, dog. Do you want to be my friend? Do you want to be my friend? Yay! I didn't think that was gonna work, shit. Alright, now I have 2 dogs, both with no names. Oh hey, speak of the devil, we found a jungle. I guess since we're going this way anyways, we could check it for a temple. But only if it's going this way. Oh, there's some drowned here. Oh, we need those berries though. Oh, watch it, dog! What should I name my dogs, guys? Give me suggestions. Whoa. That's a big piece of bamboo. Oh, is that an Enderman? I have 2 dogs. Some iron. I think we can take it. Alright, well, if I can't take it, I've just signed myself up for failure. Where'd it go? Did it... I can hear it. Where'd it go? Well, I shouldn't lose the path. Scruffy? Okay. You with the blue collar. Your name is Scruffy. I don't mind that, Scruffy. Okay. Oh, sweet. Another village. Alright, hopefully we can crash here for the night and get rid of the monsters. Once again, to anyone who's watching this, I apologize. A lot of this episode is just going to be me going, oh, hey, a new place. But maybe that's the beauty of Minecraft. That you're exploring a world that is now your own, but you know nothing about. Here we go. Alright, which one of you is Scruffy? Are you Scruffy? Let me see your collar. You are Scruffy. The other one will remain unnamed for the time being. I want to name that one. Come here, kitty. Come here. Come eat the fish. Hey. Hey. No, hey. Yeah, bad kitty. I don't really want a white cat. Call me racist if you'd like, but I don't. There were some blast furnaces there. Maybe I should take those. Oh, someone in the ground? Nope. Ah! I'm being attacked! Oh, it's a bush. Help me! Oh god, I'm being attacked! Oh, it's a bush. What? Is this a cabinet? Oh, it's a smoker. Well, I don't know what that is, but... Oh, I can't mine it. Can I? Yes, I can. Now I have a smoker. Cool. Gosh, it's been so long since I've properly played survival. Well, actually, it hasn't been. I'm rather good at survival, honestly. I like to chalk it up to a lot of luck, But since it keeps happening, I can't say it's all luck. I feel like we've gone a little off course, but I feel like I can still find the igloo. I probably should have marked it with a nerd pull. Ah, get! I heard the spider noise and thought I was being attacked. It was just another bush. Calum, are you leaving already? You just got here. Alright, see you later, man. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a boring stream. This is going to be me running in a direction, searching for biomes. I just want a cool place to build a home, and then figure out the rest of my Minecraft adventure. What are my hopes for the MCU moving forward? My biggest hope is that unnamed Hawkeye project that everybody keeps bringing up is actually real. Like, at this point, I like how the MCU is so trusted that we don't say, oh, well, I think a Hawkeye movie could work. We just know that whatever they're gonna do is going to work. So I just hope the Hawkeye project is real, because it's time, man. I think Thor will probably play a role in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. None of the heroes so far have had a fourth movie. Hey, another village. Cool. Like, they haven't had a fourth movie that is named their movie. So, I think Thor is going to get his future if he's sticking around in the MCU for a little bit. I think it lies almost directly with Guardians and maybe Captain Marvel, even the Eternals. God knows Captain Marvel could use having somebody with a very eccentric personality in her movie. I honestly wouldn't mind watching a Thor and Captain Marvel movie. Make it a weird romance where she dates Fat Thor. Alright, let's see what's in this one. Hearing weird noises again. Oh, also, how's the game audio? Because I intentionally turned it down a bit. Is it good? Is it loud? Plot twist. Captain Marvel was the real villain in Avengers Endgame. Well, if you believe that whole doing nothing is essentially doing it yourself, then yes, Captain Marvel was the villain, because she didn't do anything until, like, the final act. And even then, all she did is, like... Scarlet Witch almost fucking killed Thanos right there. And Captain Marvel fought for a little bit and then got punched with an Infinity Stone. I'm telling you, that movie made me hate Captain Marvel even more, but made me love Scarlet Witch. I love Scarlet Witch now. That can't be right. Surely this isn't the angle my compass put me at. Alright. Compass says that this is the way I was heading. And we can loot this house real fast. Why the water no fall? Ah, dog! Come here. Oh no. There's lava. There's lava down there. Dog. Dog. Uh-oh. Oh wait, you're alive. Come here, eat this. Do I have more meat? Yes, I do. Yay. Which one are you? Which one are... Let me go in the water. Which one are you? Alright, you're unnamed red dog. Meaning Scruffy is the one trying to swim up. Yeah, I'm still looking forward to Black Widow's movie. Gotta be honest. Looking forward to it a little less. Because I got really excited for the idea that it's gonna be her origin movie, and we're finally gonna find out what happened in Budapest. Only to discover that it might be in between Civil War and Winter Soldier. Or alternatively, I think the big rumor is it's between Infinity War and Civil War. Alright. I've reached the edge of the world. The safest thing to do is to go back to the igloo. This episode hasn't been super long yet, so I should just go back to the igloo, pick another direction, and walk in that one. And it hasn't been for nothing. We found some cool shit in villages. It's been a good time. I think she could still be exploring her past, but at the same time, like, okay, Hawkeye's my favorite Avenger, so obviously any story he's in I'm biased towards. But from a storytelling perspective, I think it would just be better if we could see the origin of not her, because we already know what happened in the Red Room, but the origin of that friendship. What happened between these two characters to make them care for each other more than any other person? Like, I get that Hawkeye has a wife, and arguably, like, I'm sure he cares about her more than Natasha. But, no, Kitty! Let me love you. Kitty! I just want your love. Kitty? Kitty? Horse, get out of the way. Murder him, Scruffy. Come here. Come here, kitty. Yes. I just had to scroll down to it. Come on. Oh. No! God damn it. Okay, I get that she could still be exploring her past, and we could see more of her past, but I don't want to see more of her past. I feel like we got the gist. What I would like to see, though, which is in her past, is that friendship. Like, what did they do? Because they are so close. Like, obviously, they had to have saved each other's lives or something. But how did Clint, like, convert her? Like, her whole thing was she was a killer. She was a bad person. And Clint Barton, Hawkeye, the reason they're so close is because he's the one who brought her to the side of good. And I'm wondering, how did he do that? How did he take a Russian killer assassin and turn her good? And it's a very interesting parallel to Infinity War, because Hawkeye is the one who went sort of crazy and started slaughtering people in Japan. Like, I want to see that parallel, and maybe even have Hawkeye be somewhat of a narrator. Like, I don't want to give him, like, too big of a role, because the movie is called Black Widow. Personally, I would have called it Hawkeye and the Black Widow. But I honestly believe with all of my heart that something went down, and they went through a trauma together. Like, maybe they lost somebody, and it strengthened their bonds. Or maybe they had to do something regrettable, and it's a secret they both hold forever. And because of that, they only really trust each other. I'm just saying there's a lot you can do with this, and I am sure that the Black Widow movie will be fine regardless of whether or not Hawkeye is in it. But for the story that I want, I would definitely want Hawkeye there. He doesn't even have to do a whole lot. Like, just have him show up in maybe one action scene and have him sort of be... Just give him the same role Nick Fury had in Captain Marvel. Give him the same amount of screen time. I do hope moving forward, like, I don't... Okay. To anybody watching who has not seen Spider-Man Far From Home, get out of here. When I'm done talking about the spoilers, I'll switch over to my pickaxe, like this. Okay? That's your cue to come back. So, I'm gonna talk about Spider-Man Far From Home in very graphic detail, because I want to talk about how much I liked it. And I really did like it. It might actually be... Yeah! Sorry, I'm so mucusy. It might actually be my favorite Marvel movie. I really liked Mysterio. Mysterio is my favorite villain from the comics, and in this, he's Mysterio from the comics, as far as I'm concerned. They changed his origin a little, and that's fine. You know, maybe the whole, oh, I was an actor, but then I couldn't be an actor, but I got mad at Spider-Man. Like, obviously, that would have been a little silly. I don't know, I feel like it still could have worked. Like, with Marvel's writing, it still could have worked. But, I don't... No! Unnamed wolf died. And Scruffy's really hurt. Alright, we gotta get some meat. I think that Mysterio was handled very well. Like, there's this one scene, and I don't want to spoil it, even though I said I'm gonna spoil stuff. Okay, I will spoil it a little. There's a scene where Mysterio does Mysterio stuff. And the really trippy imagery, it was like, I freaking loved it. Like, that was something straight out of the comics. And there's also this scene that I don't think anybody else in the world probably cared, but it really pleased me. There's this scene where Spider-Man's about to fight Mysterio. And he's like, oh, okay, Peter Tingle. Come on, Peter Tingle. And right before he fights Mysterio, he closes his eyes. Like, he shuts off his eyes in the weird mask thing, and he can't see. And to everybody, that's probably a cool scene. He's doing it blind. But to me, I was just like, that's a direct reference to Spectacular Spider-Man, the cartoon, where he had to do that to beat Mysterio. And maybe he's also done it in the comics. Maybe it's a reference to other things. But the thing I knew it from was Spectacular Spider-Man. And as far as I'm concerned, they directly referenced it. And I was very happy. I mean, in Spectacular Spider-Man, he doesn't have a Stark suit. He doesn't have a mask made by Tony Stark. So, because of that, his suit, he just, like, webs his eyes. Like, he makes some web blindfold, I guess. And he webs it over his eyes. He uses webbing as a blindfold. We gotta be hitting that village soon. We're back in the snow biome. Where was I? Oh yeah. So that was a really cool scene. I thought all the elementals looked pretty cool. I mean, it sucks that none of them are real. But you gotta realize these were probably characters that weren't gonna show up in the MCU. So bringing them in and at least showing us what they look like in the MCU is very cool to me. Like, obviously people are gonna have mixed opinions on, oh, well, now they can't really do Molten Man or Sandman. They can still do Hydro Man, because they set it up to where they can still do Hydro Man. And of course, they did Cyclone at the end. Yeah. And whether you're okay with those being illusions or not is completely your own opinion. But, you know, I was very against it at first. And then the movie sort of won me over, where it was like, okay, I'm not super happy that this is happening, but hey, I understand it. You made it make sense. I guess I don't care. And that's sort of how it was with me and the elementals. I wasn't super happy that they were going to be illusions. Oh wait, I've actually seen that ship before. I think I've seen that ship before. If I had, that means that the igloo is actually over there. It looks like I did end up getting a little lost. Let's check and see if I did loot this one. I have not looted this one. Alright, let's go up for air. But the plot was good. The plot was kind of simple, actually. It was just, let's go fight the elementals, and then Mysterio turns out to be a villain. But, I liked everything. I liked how they really played with the scenery, with the different locations they went to. And what I really like, it almost felt like the cherry on top, is I have like 10 songs that are like my favorite songs. On this list is Come Sail Away, Let's See How Far We Come, Fireflies by Owl City, and sort of towards the bottom of the top 10 list, but still on the top 10 list, is Vacation by the Go-Go's. And the reason it's on my list is because I play that song whenever I go on vacation, and because of that, I have such fond memories of the song. In case you don't know it, it's a can't seem to get my mind off of you. It's at the end of the Spider-Man movie. They just threw it in. And I was just like, oh, thank you. Oh, you're just gonna chuck one of my favorite songs in here. Thanks. And it really fit. Like, I don't want to advertise that enough. It fit. But at the same time, it was like, huh, methinks Marvel is trying to earn some brownie points with Mr. Kneale. Alright, this treasure should be right around here. Let's check. Okay, so let's rotate a little, see where we are. Alright, we're right about where it is. I'm gonna pick up a bunch of looseless shit again. Looseless shit. Also, last warning for spoilers. Get out if you don't want to know the end credit scene. 3, 2, 1. J. Jonah Jameson shows up. And that was neat. I think it's a good time to bring J. Jonah back. Especially by J.K. Simmons. For some reason, I thought J.B. Smoove, or, I thought he was going to play J. Jonah Jameson at first, but then I saw the trailers and figured out he was clearly another teacher. I thought he would have been good for the choice, because I didn't think they were going to do J.K. Simmons again, sadly, and I just wanted J. Jonah Jameson back at this point. But they did it. They realized how perfect the casting was, and they brought back J. Jonah Jameson. When I showed my mom the movie, she was like, oh, I haven't seen him in a while. And she was like, wait a minute. Does this mean the Raimi films are canon? And she didn't actually said that. She was like the old Spider-Man movies. And, no, probably not. I mean, he does look a little different. He doesn't have hair. I don't know why they didn't give him a wig or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to wear a wig, but I miss the J. Jonah hair. But I'm just glad it's J.K. Simmons. And hopefully we'll get a Marvel movie, preferably an Avengers movie. Because, oh no, I haven't found the treasure yet. Well, hopefully we'll get a Avengers movie where J. Jonah just makes fun of the other Avengers. Everybody says that Thor is the god of thunder. But what I think he is the god of Fortnite and alcohol! His best friend is a rock! I just want him. I just want him. I just want J. Jonah Jameson. But yeah, that's sort of my state on Spider-Man Far From Home. And yeah, the Talos reveal was cool too, but you can't show J. Jonah Jameson and drop the whole, oh, the world knows you're Spider-Man bomb, and expect me to care about the other scene. Like, that's what it is. It's the other scene. I mean, both are pretty world-shattering. Like, they're probably setting up Secret Wars, which is fine. But right now I am much more concerned about J. Jonah Jameson. Alright. I'm gonna go through and answer all your questions now, Kristen. I briefly glanced. I saw that you've been continuing to ask while I reviewed Spider-Man. So, I'll go back. Oh, also, real fast, before I look at his stuff, I really like what they're doing with... That squid looked like it was flying. I really like what they're doing with the Spider-Man villains. The big thing is, I kind of like what they did with Vulture. Like, I thought Vulture was pretty cool. But I'm sorry, Mysterio takes the cake for me. Like, he's probably my favorite villain in the MCU now. Which is really good, because he was my favorite Marvel villain in general before he was in a movie. So, obviously, I was carrying a bias with me. But you have to realize, and you can ask any fan of the Mandarin, which I actually am, that if they put your villain in the movie and they fuck it up, we turn. So the fact that Mysterio was not only in the movie, but was very, very Mysterio in this movie. Like, I realize that's like, what do you mean he was very Mysterio? You're just avoiding giving actual details. His cockiness was there. His illusions were spectacular. And just everything about the villain was Mysterio. So I can't really describe him as anything more and anything less than he was Mysterio. He was what he was supposed to be. There's another shipwreck down there. Alright, let's go for it. I will answer your questions after I loot this shipwreck. Another treasure map. Uh-oh. Alright, let's get rid of the snow. Let's get rid of the sand. And back up. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Air! Alright, while I regain air, let's look through and find one of these questions. How do you think they could incorporate Venom into the MCU? Also, Mysterio was a lot like Syndrome for The Incredibles. Actually, Syndrome from The Incredibles was a lot like Mysterio, because Mysterio came first. Like, you know, a lot of people are comparing him to Syndrome, and it's annoying me a little, because they just directly adapted the character for what it was. And because of that, other characters that may or may not have been somewhat inspired by Mysterio, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, Syndrome 100% was inspired by Mysterio. But in terms of a tech-based superhero that flies around and pretends to be another hero, Mysterio did that first. So I really don't like... And I realize you specifically, Kristen, probably didn't mean it as an insult, but a lot of people have been using it as an insult. Like, no, he's too much like Mysterio, and I don't like Syndrome, and I don't like that. And my big argument is, no, Mysterio came first. I get that the movie just came out, but Mysterio came first. And this version is probably the definitive version. Like, I watched Kevin Smith's review, and today I'm going to watch his Fat Man on Batman about it. But essentially, he is also a Mysterio fan. And he said everything I'm saying to you now. Like, he was like, we live in a world where this exists, and it's wonderful. Like, and he's right. If you would have done Mysterio in any other, like, decade or any other time than 2019 and the year of the MCU, he wouldn't have had the fishbowl helmet. He would have just been a guy. At most, we may have gotten the suit that he wears, you know, the actual suit, I'll call it, the mocap. At best, we may have gotten that. And as much as that suit is okay, it's fine. I didn't hate that suit. If that would have been his only suit, I would have been upset. Like, they did the character so well, and Jake Gyllenhaal, man, he gives it 100. Like, I'm sorry to go back on a tangent about Mysterio, but I'm very emotional about this character. How do I think Venom's going to go into the MCU? Well, honestly, what I would do, and I realize this is the cop-out answer, but this is what I would do. I would honestly just say, Venom's been there the whole time. We haven't seen him. Venom's been there the entire time. I know. If I die, that might actually be a good thing, because it will lead me back to my spawn. I'll lose a little bit of stuff, but nothing super valuable. I mean, I got diamonds back at that spawn. I would just say that he's been there the whole time. The movie Venom is canon. There you go. Because as much as everyone's like, oh, the multiverse, that's going to be so cool, I don't want it. I like this universe. I really like the MCU. I don't need more. I just want what we have. I like continuity, and I don't want that to get screwed up with, we're going to another dimension now where everybody's a bad guy. And that could be cool, maybe for Doctor Strange, or a good comparison is they did The Flash. They still focus on World 1, I guess they call it. Earth 1. The Earth where the show is happening. That's what they focus on. And that's sort of the way to do it for me. Like, I don't want to see a movie where it's like, oh, this whole next movie takes place in a different universe. No, I don't want that. Don't give me that shit. Don't be like, oh, Black Widow's actually alive because we took her from this universe. Look. They did the time travel thing. I think they need to lay off. Oh. I think they need to lay off a little bit, take a breather, and just enjoy their universe. Yeah, I personally liked Mysterio better than Thanos, yes. I thought Thanos was a fine villain. I think I might actually kill myself. I have my maps with me, though. That's gonna suck. Oh well, I'll kill myself. Yeah, so, with, that, what's an unfair comparison? But with Thanos, I thought he was interesting. Like, I never cared about Thanos much in the comics. But, going in, I liked Mysterio. And, oh, I forgot, I stopped by this village. Well, okay, Neil. Surely you can figure your way back from here. Thanos always felt sort of like, to me, sort of just a final boss. And everybody likes a final boss. But to me, I like Mysterio because he sort of has all the abilities of a final boss, but he's not really a final boss. He's sort of like a recurring villain. And also, I just like his design. I like his shtick of, oh, well, I use movie magic. And that's how I became really good. And they didn't really focus on the movie magic aspect, but they had a screenwriter. They had a writer there. They had these really cinematic fucking illusions. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say in my head canon, I don't care what the MCU actually says. And if they debunk this, you know, I'll obviously be like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong. But in my head canon, Mysterio did some movie work. Like, he did some movie work, and that's why he's so good at this. I'ma punch that Enderman right in his gunk. Now I'm gonna run, because I have nothing to fight that Enderman. And I punched him in his gunk. Is he chasing me? Yeah, he's chasing me. Alright. Well, I found the village. So that's a good thing. Now I just need to find the igloo. Wait, did my dogs stay in the water after I killed myself? Iron Golem, help me! Where's the Iron Golem? This string? Oh, it's leads. Where's the Iron Golem? Alright, let's just get to the igloo. Stop it! Leave me be. Oh, if he kills me with the igloo right... I mean, I know the way back now. Yeah. But just to finish my thought. I like Thanos. I think he's cool. I never really cared about him in the comics. In the movies, I think he's fine. But comparing Thanos to Mysterio, as far as I'm concerned, isn't really an unfair comparison. It's more or less, which one do you prefer? Like, for example, a lot of people still think Loki is the best villain in the MCU, and he's not even really a villain anymore, and he's dead. Oh, also, to everybody who thinks Mysterio is dead, yeah, sure. Mysterio is dead. The Master of Illusion is dead. Sure, he's dead. But, a lot of people really like, Killmonger. And I think Killmonger is a good example of a villain that wasn't super popular, that they made popular. Because Killmonger was just like a big ol' meathead in the comics, if I recall. And I believe the reason he was chosen was because they wanted a villain they could change and that the people wouldn't get upset with. So, I mean, this all boils down to childhood nostalgia and my own love for the character. I'm willing to admit that's part of it. But just seeing this character that I've seen in cartoons... Sorry, still getting over tuberculosis. Seeing this character that I've seen in cartoons, up on the big screen, doing exactly what I want him to do, it's a feeling I can't describe. Just seeing everything you want to see with this character. The illusion scene. Him lying directly to everybody. Him being, whether he is in this canon or not, the actor. His first story was he convicted Spider-Man of a crime. He, blamed a crime on Spider-Man and started dressing up as Spider-Man and committing crimes. Then he became Mysterio, a hero to stop him. And in this, they sort of do it in reverse. He starts as the hero, then he turns everybody, blames Spider-Man for a crime, and turns the world against him. They adapted Mysterio. They didn't do, let's tell our own story. They did, alright, let's change the character a bit to fit with modern times. Let's make him work in our world, but we are doing Mysterio. And with Thanos, they changed him up. Thanos had a pretty good origin story where he was hated as a kid and stuff. Like, his alien race, they don't actually look like him. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, real fast, just to say a plan, is I'm gonna go loot some food from the village. And then, we're gonna go walk in that direction. We're gonna find this mesa. But, yeah. I really hope that this Spider-Man villain trend continues where they're all pretty good. And my personal request is Mysterio comes back, because I don't think he's dead. And I think everybody who thinks he's dead needs to take a step back and realize who you're dealing with. Like, we only saw the illusion get shot, and it's heavily hinted that, you know, Mysterio also got shot. But we only saw the illusion get shot. So we don't know how deep the bullet went or anything. Also, I could talk about this movie for hours, but I will end off with here soon. But there's this one scene where Spider-Man says, well, I just gotta get past the illusions, and he's a normal guy, so once I do that, it's fine. There's a scene in the Spider-Man 2 video game where Spider-Man has several boss fights with Mysterio because of the illusions. You get to the last boss to fight him, and he has so much health. He has like 5 bars of health or something. It's crazy. You punch him once, and he's done. That's such a Mysterio thing. It's just, I'm happy, okay? I'm so happy. Because I never thought this would happen. I never thought I'd get Mysterio in a movie. Because, shit. They respawned. Because he's not a big villain. He's not a well-known villain. He's just sort of not. And now the world's going to know who he is. They're going to know how cool this was. And I have been campaigning for this for years. Because I was like, you don't understand. This character could do so much cool shit in a movie. And he did. Like, not even kidding. If we didn't have a Mysterio scene where he did what he did, I probably would have turned on this movie fast. But Spider-Man is handled well in the movie. The villain is handled perfectly in the movie. And it's just cool to see all of the other characters, like the Elementals. So, yeah, just another Spider-Man tangent. But who do I like better? I like Mysterio more than Thanos. Alright. Let's look through at Kristen's questions. Will Kyle ever be back for a Reactaholics episode? Yeah. Look, he doesn't watch a lot of movies, but something he has been doing is he got Netflix, and he's been watching a lot of TV shows. So, yeah, in the near yet distant future, Kyle will certainly be back, because, like, he's got one of those personalities where people want him back, and I've seen comments about it in the live streams. He'll be back, don't worry. Kyle is my best friend, and I see him all the time. There will certainly be a day where Kyle will be in the show again. We've been talking about doing just videos on here. Like, we tried to stream our reaction to Stranger Things Season 3, because we were so excited. And, we couldn't. We couldn't do it. We tried. Oh well. But, yeah. He'll be in other episodes. Even, like, some DandD episodes in the future. Do you think Bucky should have been the next Captain America and not Falcon? Well, that's a loaded question for me. I just sort of ran off. I want to make sure I didn't, like, go too far to where I can't get back. I wanted Falcon to get the shield. I did. I wanted Falcon to be Captain America. In the comics, there's this scene where Captain America offers the position to Hawkeye, and Hawkeye says no. And I know what you're thinking, oh, Neil's gonna talk about Hawkeye again. I'm actually glad they didn't do that, because in this movie universe, Clint and Steve don't really, like, hang out. There's not really a relationship there. So had that offer came up, I don't think I personally would have liked it. I think it would have felt kind of forced. So I do understand giving it to his two friends. And I've been trying to defend it a little. Because it's like, you know, I wanted Falcon to get the shield. I wanted it to be Falcon, not Winter Soldier. I wanted it to be Falcon. And I got what I wanted, but at the same time, it feels like, okay, yeah, but is this earned? Because I don't want to say this, but it just really feels like they wanted representation. Like they wanted to say, oh, look, Captain America is black now. And which I'm fine with. I like representation. But at the same time, it just sort of feels like, well, why not Bucky? It feels like you've been setting up Bucky as the choice. And my answer to that isn't, oh, well, it should have gone to Bucky. No, I still would like Falcon to get the shield and become Captain America. I guess my only issue with it is I wish there would have been more build-up and foreshadowing to this. Like, I would have liked to see some scenes where Captain America throws Falcon the shield. Like, in Civil War, they clearly show that Winter Soldier can use the shield just like Cap. And I feel like that had to be some sort of foreshadowing. Like it had to be. But then they decided to go with Falcon. And I am fine with that. But I feel like there should have been more, like, build up for him. Because, personally, I think Falcon is the better choice. Like, Winter Soldier, this entire time, has shown he's pretty unstable. He oftentimes can be susceptible to mind control. And overall, he's much more willing to kill and cause damage. Also, there's some bad blood with the other Avengers in there. Like, I know a bunch of them fought by his side. But I'm pretty sure if everybody, like, slowed down a little, it would be like, hey, you didn't do that one bad thing we all thought you did. But you're still kind of a bad dude. Things. Like, I specifically think Pepper might have some issue with him. I don't think Bucky is a boring character. I don't. By the way, if I hesitate or anything, people watching after the live stream, it's because I'm responding to comments and I have to read them. And I'm famously bad at reading. But, that should be my catchphrase. But, you know, Bucky, as far as I am concerned, is a fine character, and they really set him up to take over for Cap, so I was honestly a little surprised when, I should actually probably start heading back to the igloo, because I haven't marked that as my spawn yet. I've always thought he was fine. And I really like the symbolism of him taking up the march, because he could have the blackish suit, he could use the gun. I'm pretty sure Bucky was always sort of known as the brutal Captain America, and I wouldn't mind seeing some brutal Cap. But end of the day, I like Falcon. I like Sam. I like Sam as a character. I want them to do more with him. And sort of giving him the Cap moniker and the name. To me, at least, that says we're going to do more with this character. We're going to evolve him. And he was already a pretty good character. He was volunteering and helping people. He was always funny and very charismatic. And Anthony Mackie, dang man, like... he really brings that character up to an 11. And he's barely in the movies. Like, he just takes that performance and owns it. Alright, we are reapproaching the igloo. So, yeah, I do think Falcon was the best choice. I just wish it would have been handled a little better. What did I think of Stranger Things Season 3? I like it. I haven't finished it. I had to wait because Kyle had to leave for something important, and we agreed we'd only watch Stranger Things together. So there are a few episodes left I just haven't seen. I believe it's 3. And I would like to see those. Kyle literally messaged me yesterday like, don't worry, I'll come over soon. And I'm like, okay. And the thing is, it has encouraged me to watch other stuff, because I finished Sabrina. The Chilling Tales of Sabrina. I think I'm gonna start Umbrella Academy. I don't know, though. I kind of want to watch Umbrella Academy, but at the same time, it's like, this isn't really your type of show, Neil. But we'll see. I'll think about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about ending the stream soon just because I'm not feeling so well. I know we really haven't done anything this stream, and I'm sorry, but I am starting to feel bad. So I'll finish answering a few questions, but then I'm going to get off here. Do you think Welcome to Walmart Yo should be on a t-shirt? I feel like we might get sued if it's on a t-shirt. I've always said, this is sort of a joke between me and Ron, I've always said that there should be a shirt of me throwing breadsticks at Captain Marvel. And another one of him ruling over the Sand People on a podium. Because those are like two of the running jokes. But so far, because I didn't really say it, Stranger Things has been very good. I liked it. I don't think Anthony Mackie is the new Will Smith. Come on now. Like, if you want to talk about who's the new Will Smith, Robert Downey Jr. Like, you gotta understand, there was a time when people would just go see movies because Will Smith was... I realize I'm proven right now that I'm kind of an old man. But people would just go see movies because Will Smith was in them. And Will Smith ruled the world. He had a Sorry, still kind of sick. He had a really good running sitcom, which still today people talk about and reference. Now I've got the hiccups during my life. Live stream, the fuck. I apologize. Water. But, yeah, I think that Robert Downey Jr. is closer, even though Robert Downey Jr. obviously isn't, like, a match or anything. Like, back in the day, Will Smith could pop up in anything, and he still kind of can. Like, he was the Genie, he was Deadshot. Like, him and Michael Myers ruled the earth for a little bit. And now both actors have had their time and faded, and we are in the time of... I truly believe Robert Downey Jr. is probably the best comparison. I lost the tower. I don't even think that's a super accurate comparison, but I think he's closer than Anthony Mackie. Alright, let's look at the chat. Robert Downey Jr. played a very convincing black man in Tropic Thunder. Yeah, that was funny. I like the Falcon and Bucky bromance. You would think with me, who is oftentimes like gay shipping people, it's usually a joke, but sometimes it's not. That I would want something there. But actually, I would like both of them to get girlfriends. Because I would like to see the dynamic of Bucky having a girlfriend. Also, what I like is there's still stories to tell. Like, I'm more excited for WandaVision than I am Bucky and the Winter Soldier. And I'm very excited for the unnamed Hawkeye project. Oh, and Loki. But, honestly, I feel like that Bucky and Falcon has a lot to sort of pull off. And I wonder if the show could actually work. Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Ah. I do wonder if it will be good. But I hope. Who do you think Shuri should be paired with? So my pie in the sky thing I would like a lot of the girls to come together and do a thing. But I guess if I had to pick, maybe Shuri and Peppa Potts. I mean, I think that could be a cool dynamic. Sort of this person who was in love with the smartest character in the MCU versus who is now the smartest character in the MCU. I also wouldn't mind seeing her with Peter Parker. But I definitely think that Rescue and Shuri of Wakanda would be an interesting show. If you told me pick two Avengers and put them in a show together, out of everybody we got, I think I would like to see... This is so stupid. I think I would very much like everybody else, would like to see the Korg Loki. The Korg Loki and Mysterio show. Where it's Korg, Loki, and Mysterio, and they share an apartment together. Oh, and that one guy, Darren, from the Team Thor advertisements for Civil War, he can be there too. I don't know. Yeah, actually, I also thought people would ship Peter and Shuri. Especially because with both movies, Peter sort of has a type. That's all I'll say. Black Nerd made the same joke, so I'm just making the same joke that Black Nerd made. If you're angry, go be mad at Andre. Alright, guys. I think we're going to get back to the igloo. And then we're going to... Oh, hi, Angel. I'm going to get back to the igloo and then in the stream. I know it was super uneventful in terms of the actual game, but I talked about a lot of things. And that's what matters. Also, don't go back and watch the rest of the stream, Angel, because I did spoil Spider-Man Far From Home. Alright. Everybody ask one last question. I'm taking one more question. And that shall be the final question of the episode. By the way, Kristen, you're very good at asking questions. I'm almost to the igloo. Hurry! Alright, let's see if there's some stuff I can do here. Let's grab the wood and the rabbit. What would I say if I saw Calum in real life? So, I briefly talked to Calum, because Calum has a lot of success with acting in Scotland. So there was a very real conversation where I was like, hey, should I just move to Scotland and live with you? And he was like, oh, and we discussed the possibility of it. And he talked about how serious of a thing it would be. And right now, that conversation is on hiatus. But the conversation did come up. We did talk about that. And if I met him in real life, I've said this to Ron. If I meet anybody in real life, I would probably just run up and hug them. And be like, I love you! Castmates. We're all friends. Like, I love Ron, I love Mel, I love everybody. There is iron here. Oh, there's a lot of iron here. Alright, fine. The episode will go a little longer so I can mine this iron. So, I need more questions. Nope, you are the crafting table. Shit. There we go. I wouldn't mind visiting Scotland. I have a friend who I am somewhat romantically interested in. And we were talking the other day. And I just randomly said, hey, let's move to Scotland. And she was super into it. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. But not today. Today I mine. Let me see if I can think of a question I want to ask myself. Because I'm vain. And you guys are slow. Oh, wait. Oh, you've got a girl in your life. That's nice. Sorta. I mean, we are not dating, but we have both admitted feelings for each other. Essentially, I just haven't asked her out or anything. And, you know, it's sort of because while we know each other and are close, we haven't hung out enough to where, this isn't a new thing, I've known her for years, but we haven't hung out enough to where it's like, would we get along? And obviously we get along, we talk, and they're very deep conversations, but it's sort of a situation of, are we socially, like, similar? And I think that's what we're figuring out. Neil, did you find my profile? Yes, I did. You sure you're okay with talking this openly? I am the biggest open book you'll know. Like, somebody could be like, hey, Neil, where did you lose your virginity? And my answer would be, on a roof. Like, I am very open about stuff like this. But with that, I think it's time to end the stream, just because I'm still not feeling that great. I did find you, and I sent a request, Angel. Alright, with that, everybody, thank you for watching the stream. Yes, Kristen, really. Alright, thank you for watching the stream. You're not really my jury anymore. Oh, what other YouTubers would I like to meet? I'll answer this quick. There's this YouTuber that I'd really like to meet, and he's not super famous or anything. He is called The Dom. And he was on Channel Awesome, but he left. I would really like to meet him because he does adaptation reviews, and I would like to do stuff with him. I don't know that I have read anything that he hasn't already done an episode for, but I would actively search for shit. Well, I did read Prince Caspian from the Narnia books, so I guess I could do well with that. Alright, guys, I do have to get off of here. I'm feeling kind of sick. Why hold on, Angel? Why? I'm sick. I got to go. I haven't really... Oh, fuck. I got a lot of iron. Alright, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully I'll go off and find the place I want to live in by then. And then the next episode can be building. Alright, guys. I'll see ya.